Just rejected a guy in Kroger, and the security guard had to escort me outside for safety to my car.
What happened?
Story time. Real story. That just happened just now. I'm literally shaking. So if my word is mumbling, that's because I'm still trying to process what just happened to me.
Okay.
So I simply went to Kroger, minding my business, to go get some fruits and some veggies to prep my meal for me and my kids. And I noticed that there were two guys around just lurking. They really wasn't doing anything, but because I have my baby, my focus immediately start paying attention to their asses, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to be judging people. They might just be doing their own thing, but I'm still gonna keep an eye.
She said they weren't doing anything. They were just lurking around. They haven't
It
done
is sad
anything.
that we have to do this as women, but again, your intuition is never wrong, so don't ignore it when you feel like something is up. So while I was minding my business, picking up my fruits and stuff with my baby in the cart, one of the guys just kept passing my cart. And I was like, okay, this is weird, but he was picking up some bananas. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're shopping. That's what I'm thinking.
Y'all both in the fruit aisle. Okay.
So as I left the fruit aisle to go pick up some yogurt, one of the guy pat me on my shoulder, and I turned around. And, well, I didn't know it was one of them, but when they pat me on my shoulder, I turned around and I noticed it was him. And I said, hi. And he said, hi. And he proceeded to ask me, where is the cocoa in the store? And I said, I don't know where's the cocoa. I don't know. And I was like, maybe you can ask somebody in the front. And he was like, so can I have your number? And I said, no, I'm sorry. You cannot have my number. And I started pushing my cart. And you know when somebody pulled your shoulder, like, okay, you need to come back. I'm not done talking to you. That's exactly what he did. So I said, excuse me, you don't touch me like that. You don't do that shit. Like, that is very disrespectful. Don't touch me.
Everyone should keep them hands to themselves. I don't see nothing crazy about the story yet, but you shouldn't have touched her, bro. Like, she told you no, keep it moving.
So I immediately just
Shouldn't have
forget
touched her
about
whatsoever.
yogurt and everything, and I started pushing the cart towards the register. He proceeded to follow me to the register, like close to the register, and I was like, dude, what do you want? And he was like, I'm just asking you for your number. So the other guy I saw coming towards us. And I was like, okay, this is not looking good. Let me just leave this shit inside of the grocery store and head to where the security guard is. So I told the security guard what was going on, and he was like, okay, I will escort you out in a minute. Just stay right here. So he walked up to the guys, and he was like, I don't know what he asked them, but they started laughing. And it was like, look at this mother effing clown trying to question me. That's exactly what they said to the guy, the security. So the security was like, okay, let me escort you out. And he was like, do you want any grocery? I said, no, I don't want any grocery because I just want to go home with my kid because I have my baby. So while he was taking me to my car, the guys, they walked out the store as well, and they started yelling at the security guard. They started calling out his name, and he was like, don't pay attention to them, because if they come at me, I will be able to protect you and your kid. And I'm so grateful for that security because he didn't have to, but he did. I ended up being in the car safely, and I pulled off and I drove around a little bit before I had come straight home because I didn't want nobody to be following me, because I don't know if they was following me or not. But my thing is, why is it so hard for men to take rejection? When a woman says no, why is it so hard for you to respect that shit? Respect when a woman tell you no. It's a reason why she said no. She's just not interested.
And I agree. If a woman tells you no, you should leave it alone. Like, I've never been one of those dudes where a woman rejects me. I say, okay, keep it moving. I've never been one of those dudes who just, hey, can I keep begging her for a number? No, I agree with that. But it doesn't sound like anything happened. It sounds like you rejected him. You went to turn around and he said, hold on, can I have your number? He made the second attempt, and that was pretty much it.
And for her to feel unsafe because she said no, it's crazy. Like, what happened to respecting people's boundaries? What happened to respecting people, period? Why do I have to think about you taking my life because I said no? I just don't understand, y'all. So please, ladies, be safe out there. And men, start acting like men now, please. If a woman says no, respect that. Respect her no. James said that if I wasn't wearing that dress, maybe I wouldn't attract those predators to try and take my baby. and myself in the grocery store.
First of all, who is James? Second of all, she just said something a second ago about hoping that those men don't delete her or unalive her. I'm sorry, how do we jump to that extreme? How do we go from a man trying to get your number to those men we're going to delete you and kidnap your baby like she just said a second ago? Don't get me mistaken. I'm not some dude who's going to sit on the internet and act as if men are crazy. There are crazy men, there are crazy women out there. Absolutely. But she's jumping to the extremes on this one, considering the fact that a man just asked her for a number. She went to walk away. He touched her on her shoulder, said, "Can I get your number again?" Trying to double down. He shouldn't have touched her. But going to the extreme that somebody's going to kidnap you and your baby? I'm sorry, I can't rock with that.
So I'm going to show you guys
Who's
exactly
James?
what I was wearing that day, so you can tell me if it was appropriate or inappropriate, okay? Because I honestly feel like you, James, you are part of the problem. Because what I wear shouldn't be an issue for anybody or give somebody the right to think that they can come and touch me or try and take me away.
I agree. Who's taking you away?
Okay? So I'm going to show you guys and let me know in the comments if this is not appropriate or if it is appropriate or I'm asking for somebody to touch me. But fun fact, let me tell you something, James. No one have the right to touch anybody, okay? It doesn't matter what the they wear. You do not have the right to touch anybody, and not because I'm wearing something like this, that doesn't give anyone the right to come and try and take me and my child away.
Again, who tried to kidnap you? She is jumping to the extremes, and she's doing it so casually and masculine as all hell. But I do agree with her. It doesn't matter what someone wears. It doesn't give you the right to touch them. And now, if you out here dressed like a 304 and 304 things happen to you, I'm not going to feel bad for you. I'm not saying this woman. I'm just saying in general. The same way you wouldn't feel bad for me if I was walking around with a pocket full of money, going it around, and then once I get robbed, you're going to look at me like the idiot I am. Like, dude, you shouldn't be flashing your money. It's the same concept.
So let me show you guys. So this is the dress that I was wearing.
And that dress is not revealing at all.
This long
I'm on her side with that.
dress, summer dress. It is literally long all the way down and cover my feet. So tell me, how does this dress, screaming and calling for attention,
I don't agree with that.
please tell me. I stand on what I said. And the only reason why I delete your comment because TikTok saying that our conversation was going against the guidelines, and I did not want my video to be deleted. That's the only reason why I deleted your comments, and I did not post it up here.
I was just
But let me
dude left
make
a
this
comment.
clear. When a woman tells you no because you're part of the problem, you should respect that. When a woman says no, that shouldn't be her last breath that she take because you decided that your feelings is hurt. When a woman tells you no, her mom and her family members shouldn't be preparing for her funeral.
What?
When a woman tells you no, it shouldn't be her fearing of her life if she's going to make it to her car and get home safely. When a woman tells you no, she shouldn't be in the hospital fighting for her life while her sister is dead.
Who's in the hospital? Who killed your sister?
Okay?
What?
No means no. The trauma and the pain that this situation that left me, it's so surreal. Me, scared to step outside. I'm afraid to go to the grocery store, a place where I find it to be fun because I love cooking. And when I go to the store, that is my peace, that is my time that I spend thinking about what I should cook or what I should not cook. Now that is taken away from me because of two men who decided that they want to do whatever they want to do and what their plans is going to be because they target me and my child.
They didn't do anything to you or your kid, though.
I
You're
don't
right here
feel safe,
fine.
not even in a f***ing grocery store anymore. The place where I felt so safe and so happy, I no longer would feel like that anymore because of that. That happened to me. So what I wear shouldn't matter to you or the people who's like you. Because if you have an issue with what I said, that means you're a part of the problem, like I said, and I stand on that. No means no. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life to make sure that I protect other women if I see them outside in danger. I will stand and protect them and make sure that they are safe. Because clearly we can't depend on y'all anymore. We have to start protecting ourselves. No means no, and that's that.
Okay, let me say a few things. First of all, that James dude, I don't agree with that comment. Again, just because a woman goes out here and dressed like a 304, if she was, and I'm not saying that woman was, I'm just using it as an example, doesn't give someone the right to touch you at any fashion. I don't believe that women should go out here dressing provocatively because that gives some men who don't care, they think in their mind that they are allowed to touch you. Of course, I don't agree with that. With that being said, I will say this. Yes, I know that there are men out there who, if they get rejected by a woman, they will go off. Have I ever seen that personally? I have not, but that's my anecdotal experience. My anecdotal experience doesn't speak for the world. I've seen women reject men and men keep it pushing. I've seen women reject men and men try to, some dudes don't give up. Like, hey, can I get your number? And that is annoying. And I've never ever been that dude, but I've always rubbed me the wrong way with dudes. Yes, there are some men that will hurt women for rejecting them, but that's not all men. And if you go to the comment section of her TikTok video, that's all it is. One comment, a woman said that outside of her brothers and her male family members, she fears all men. And to me, that is crazy because she thinks her brother and male family members are different than the rest of us since we're all cavemen. Again, a man should not put his hands on a woman because of what she's wearing or what she's rejected her. But there are some crazy people out there. There's some crazy people of all nationalities, sex, and some crazy women out here, and they do crazy stuff. It's unfortunate, but these women talk as if, I mean, even listen to this woman. If you break down her story, nothing happened. Nothing happened in the story. She went to Kroger, didn't buy her groceries, and took her ass home. But the way she's telling the story, and you look at the comments on the video, as if she was assaulted and nothing really happened. Again, there are weak men, weak piece of crap men who will hurt a woman or disrespect a woman for her simply telling him no, and that's not cool. No man that's worth his own salt would ever say that's okay for someone to do. So I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is a lot of times women will make a mountain out of a molehill, and this situation is part of it. And also, I think some people really try to go viral nowadays because you kind of really don't need proof. You can say any story and people just run with it. So again, not blaming this woman, but I think the notion that these men were going to kidnap her and her baby, that's something she fabricated in her head. Again, nothing really happened. But I could be wrong, man. Y'all let me know in the comments. Am I wrong? I'm not saying I got all the answers. I just think this was a bit of a stretch, in my opinion. But y'all let me know. Do better, squad. Fall out.